Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang now, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, man. This man coming back. Are you serious, man? He didn't go to the hole. That man was like, what y'all doing by myself? Yeah, you didn't expect that. I ain't do nothing. Yeah, I ain't do nothing. He went to, as soon as I seen him coming out, he kind of got past me as I went this way. I'm like, I slid this way. I was like, went on by the table. I was like, this dude back? I ain't back. Everybody like, man, I don't know, man. That junk crazy, man. He came out. He was like, hey, who got my ice bag? Anybody see my ice bag? They was like, yo, the police took that junk. He was like, now I gotta get another roommate and another ice bag. This is crazy. So he won't even tripping that somebody just got violated, man. He violated the guy, but for some reason, the white dude didn't tell on the predator. Like, that was wild right there. So I'll say like a day later that since this happened, the word get back to the white dudes, I guess, when they seen the white boy that was in the hole that told all this stuff. They was like, he didn't tell on the predator, man, because he felt like he owed the predator money. So he felt like it was justified what the predator did to him, which was sick. Which is sick to think that you got to give up your cheeks just for payment. You know what I mean? So he didn't tell on the predator because he said he felt bad that he owed the predator money. But they said he told on the predator roommate because the predator roommate said that he's involved in the deal too, that the money you owe. Hey, this is crazy. They said they told everybody when the white dude told me this. This isn't funny, man. I'm sorry. This isn't funny, man. But when the white dude told me what the guy in the hole said, he said the dude, the predator roommate told him that they together on the store box. So that payment that you did with the predator, you got to do that payment with me because we're together on the store box. So you still owe until you do that with me. Y'all see how dangerous prison is? Y'all see how predators is, man? When you got two predators in a cell lurking, putting their predator minds together, man, like they just come up with the best finesse move ever. He said they told that man that he owed both of them because they sharing a store box. The predator probably was like, you better go tell him you involved in the store box if you want some of this. Pause. But it's just like that in there, man. It's scary like that in there, man. So that's what made the white dude buck. They said he really didn't buck. They said he was in the cell. But when his friends and everybody was bucking, he heard him. So he was trying to get out the cell. When the predator came to the door, he told him to get him out. So he said they didn't want to act like they want to get a graping charge. But they said when he got out the joint, as soon as he went in the cell, he went upstairs and hit the intercom and told on the predator roommate. But he said he told him that he was in cell 12, man, being assaulted. So that's why they grabbed both of them, man. So the predator was able to escape. Y'all see this, man? The predator was able to escape, man. So boom. So now he's back in the pod with no roommate, being Dodo. He's Dodo, but he's a sure enough predator. And the police know it, man. And that white dude know it too. And he let him off the hook. He let him off the hook, man. Next thing you know, after lunch, you look, see the little young boy coming in with his car. He like, pushing his car. He like, everybody looking like, he just passed us. He going straight to cell 12. He like, everybody like, man, this man gotta have a lot of juice to move in cell 12 that I double take. I'm like, oh, that's the young boy. The young boy that I seen him with when we went to the picture project. The same young boy that used to be in 2C with me before. So I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, man, hold on. I couldn't believe this. Like, to see that he's volunteering to move in the cell with the predator was nuts. I promise you, I'm like, hold on, man. I'm like, yo, to see this, it threw me off. I ain't not gonna hold y'all. Like, because like, usually like it goes like this. Somebody might get out the hole. I'm going in the cell. Who in the cell? You see a predator sitting there. You're like, yo, who's that? You see somebody you know. Hey, who's that, yo? Hey, yo, dude, maniac, bro. Shake, rattle, and roll it to the fullest, dude. Oh, you got another cell? Nah, take me back to the hole. That's how usually that go. This dude come walking in like this. He was like he was proud. He was like, he get all the way down there by the cell too. You see the predator come out. Predator was like, hey! Docked him up. Hey, come on. Grab his stuff. They just going in the cell. I'm like, something crazy, man. I was like, man, that's why he signed up to be in the room with the predator? What's that about, man? I don't know, man. But he a young boy, so he might shake around the road. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. So he's in there. But he come out, he start doing what he doing. But the difference about him was this that I seen for the, like, this wasn't the first time I saw this, like the second time that I saw this, but he was one of those black dudes that kind of played Dungeons and Dragons. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all know that game is played every pod on the compound. They have people playing this game, man. All type of races, black, white, Chinese, anybody plays this game. So like, usually those people, man, I have broke down in the story before. Usually the people that play Dungeons and Dragons in the penitentiary are slightly, man, not really trying to put a title on nobody. I apologize if this is not accurate, but a lot of people consider the people that do the Dungeons and Dragons like they weirdos. You know what I mean? Because that game is just stupid. It's a stupid game, but they spend all day playing it like how dudes spend all day playing poker. You know what I mean? It really don't make sense to me. But when the black young boy came in, like, he got straight to that. Like, and I was shocked. Like, I looked up, like, you know what I mean? He got in there, like, next day I looked. He was sitting Indian style down there by the toilet where we shoot dice at, playing Dungeons and Dragons. I was looking like, I ain't say nothing though. So I'm like, man, bro got straight to it. So it got back to everybody. I was like, yo, man, the dude that moved in the cell with him was related to the dude that was next door. So when he found out that he was in the cell with the predator, he just snapped. So the dude came through our back. Like, sometimes the building will be sweet. Y'all know we in 2C now. 2D is right next door. Now, if it's a sweet building, like if it's a sweet somebody in the booth or somebody that's working the floor is sweet, like sometimes you can go through the back and like holler at dudes because it's like there's two back doors on the bottom and the top. So like either way, dudes be like on the bottom. So dude that came through kind of like got the joint open from the CO his side, and now he kind of like on our side, like by cell 22. So he telling dudes, yo, call the young boy. You know what I mean? He like, yo, call Lex. Call him. You know what I mean? Call him. So dude, all right, so they called him. So he looked. He was in the cell. You know, cell 12 was a little right there. So I see Lex, he come out. He see who called him. He was like, the back door open. He was like, he start walking. As he get closer, dude was like, man, let me holler at you now, man. He walked and he got in the joint. He's like, I can't come in. He's like, man, come in here. Dude backed up. All you heard was, man, what's wrong with you, man? What you doing in the cell with that dude, man? Dude, a booty bandit, man. What's wrong with you, man? He was like, man, look, man, that's like my uncle, man. What you talking about? That's like my uncle. He's like, what you mean that's like your uncle? I'm like your uncle. What you mean he like your uncle? He's like, yeah, but you know, I've been knowing him too. We cool. He was like, you just gonna do that, bro? What are you doing? You need some food? What you need, some money? What you need help with? You don't need him for nothing. Won't you move out the cell with him? He's like, no, I ain't moving out. I ain't moving out. So everybody like they at the back door. You know what I mean? So everybody like, if you kind of like not too far, you can hear this whole conversation. You know what I mean? So you're like, no, I ain't moving out. I ain't moving out, bro. Like, oh no, I'm good. Like, he all right, man. We good. We bitten, bro. He was like, what you mean you bitten? I was like, dude won't try to hear that. Dude was like, what you mean you bitten? You bitten in the cell with a dude that's a booty warrior? That's what you talking about? He was like, man, look, man, his business is his business, man. We bitten, man. All I do is chill, play Dungeons and Dragons. He like, Dungeons and Dragons? You play Dungeons and Dragons? He was like, man, see, look, man, conversation over with, man. So he just walked away. He walking back. And this the door like, looked at the other dudes from their town like, man, y'all. They was just looking like, man, we ain't got nothing to do with this, man. This is my word, man. Lex went back in the cell with the predator. He also, boom. He took up for the predator. He ain't want nothing bad to come to the predator. He told the people from his own city out his own mouth that he rocked with the predator. I wasn't the only one that knew this dude was a predator. The whole compound knew that Ox was a predator, man. Like, he was an apex predator, to be honest with y'all, man. So, like, this was a dangerous move by Lex, man. But nevertheless, he has to make his own decisions. And he has to do his bid, man. So, like, I guess people from his city kind of washed his hands with him, man. So the whole time bro was in that junk, man, he kind of just stuck to what he do. Eat with the predator, chill with the predator, play Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I never knew if he was in there doing nothing with the predator. I could never guess it. I don't get me to lie. I never knew if he was in there doing anything because they all the way in cell 12. Dude is a freaking predator, man, that shake, rattle, and roll. So ain't no telling what's going on. But it was never no proof that he was doing anything. So in time it went on. A little time it went on. And people kind of like, you know, like from that situation, everybody already knew that the predator almost went down for a violation charge. You know what I mean? Like everybody already knew kind of what the situation was, but it's been a little minute. Now he got a new roommate, which is the young boy. Time has just went on a little bit, man. So as dude just started playing Dungeons and Dragons, man, like, you know, I guess the more you play, like the higher your level goes and the bigger the person you become at the game and the more shots you can probably call. So, man, but all I know is, man, one day it was crazy, man. Now, everybody that play these games and everybody that go through this stuff with predators down on them, everybody has a roommate. So the word be getting out crazy. So it was another white dude. That played this. It was another white dude that played this junk, man. And for real, his roommate had been told, he was telling people like, yo, his roommate playing that stupid game, Dungeons and Dragons, man. He was like, man, he hate him. Like, he trying to get his celly out the cell, this and that. But he was like, his celly came in the cell and told him he owes a debt to the dude Lex because of the Dungeons and Dragons game. So he said, he asked him what was the debt. And he was like, the debt was being his slave. You know what I mean? So when the bro told me that, I was like, what? He was like, yeah, bro, that's what he said. So I said, what you asked him then? You asked him, was he gonna do it? He was like, you know what? I asked him, I said, what did he say? He said, man, the man say, man, for him to be able to stay in the game, he was like, he has to complete the mission. He has to be a slave. So I'm like, I'll be a slave? He was like, yeah, bro, you gotta be a slave, bro. So I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. Like Dungeons and Dragons was being played in there, like, but I haven't seen it to this level right here yet. You know what I mean? Where that dude is gonna have to be somebody's slave. So when he's just telling me that, I'm like, man, Lex, he gonna be the dude, Lex slave, Lex in the cell with the Predator. I was like, Lex probably gonna make him mess with the Predator. It was so crazy, man, because they was about to call outside rep. I looked up, I seen the white dude. The white dude didn't got like he was going outside and hit a U-turn. He passed me, I see him coming out. I'm going into the hallway to holler at my man in 2D and holler at him and just go back. I'm not going outside, you know what I mean? So holler at my homeboy, white boy hit the U-turn. When I come back in the pod, I don't know what's going on. We got a cool young boy. He had just started working substitute. Cool young boy, little short, light-skinned boy, super cool. He ain't never bother us. Just want us to just stay out his way, and that was it, man. But after they went outside rec, he came and did his round. So as he doing his round, he coming down cell 1 through 12. He like, push, 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 push. And I was thinking that maybe when this happened, that they didn't put the cut up because he's in cell 12, and you can hear who's coming and tighten up before somebody gets to your cell 12. So that's what I'm thinking. It was no cut up. Either it was that or they just idiots. I promise you, the CO got the cell 12. He was like, hey man, hey, get off him, man. Get off him, man. He stuck his face in the window. He was like, man, get off him, man. You already there. I guess the white dude was like, yeah. He was like, man, get off, man. Look, man. This your cell. He looked at the white dude. He was like, this your cell. Everybody in the pod, a few dudes on a couple of dudes on the phone, dudes playing poker over here. Everybody right there. Me and my homeboy sitting on the bench. Everybody like this. It's my word. Was waiting for him to do the walk of shame, y'all. So boom. Couldn't wait. Everybody was like, phew. I don't know, like 12, 13 people in the party. Everybody was like this. He's like, open up cell 12 and shoot Charlie right now. Joe said, the door opened up. He was like, man, get out. Put your clothes on, man. He was like, get up. I was like, yo, the Predator was in there wilding, bro. Watch this, y'all crazy. The Predator wilding. This where the white dude came out. White dude was like, at first, like he was about to run. When he saw everybody was looking, he came out like this. He went. he fixed his wall. Everybody was like, he went upstairs. He was like, open up 31. They opened up his door. He disappeared. My word, everybody was like, yo, the Predator be shake, rattling, rolling like crazy, man. That joke was crazy. CO was like, man, look, man, don't disrespect. I'm gonna let this slide, but don't disrespect me like that no more. I ain't playing with you, man. Like, I'm gonna do my job. You ain't supposed to be doing this right here, man. Dude was like, I guess whoever the dude was like, all right, you couldn't hear nothing because he was talking to him while he was in the cell. So we like, yo, the Predator, wow, man, that's my word. You looked up, you seen Lex going to the shower. He had his towel over his neck. He was like, he was putting his stuff in the shower. Everybody was like, oh, I was like, yo, that was, man, get out of here. Dude was like, yo, I think the Predator outside. I was like, man, you welling, man, sell it. He was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. First thing came to my mind, he created a Predator, y'all, so boom. It's my word, he passed down the legacy, man. Or maybe this is why Lex wanted to move in the cell, for he can learn how to be an Apex Predator game. Who knows? Either way, this man just used the dude that owed him for Dungeons and Dragons, man, to do sexual favors, man. That's crazy. The police knocked him. Now, I don't know what they was doing. When the police knocked him, it was something sexual, pause. But they got towed off. And if it was somebody that was the police, they would have went to the hole for that. The CO let him rock, man. White dude did the walk of shame. Lex came out, didn't care who saw him, hopped in the shower game. We thought it was the Predator game, man. It was wild, man. That joke was wild, man. So everybody like, yo, one old head pull up was like, what y'all think? What do you mean he in the cell with somebody that shake, rattle, and roll? What you expect? What you think he ain't gonna shake, rattle, and roll, son? They probably didn't shake, rattle, and roll each other, man. Gay is gay. I'm like, I don't wanna hear no more, man. Stop, man. I don't wanna hear no more, man. Sometimes the truth is crazy, man. So I didn't want to hear no more. Man. I just did. I was like, yo, this is too much. I go back upstairs, take a nap game, y'all, so boom. So I stayed in the room all the way up until Rhett came back. Rhett came back, the bar jumping, I come back out. Man, everybody talking about that jump. I see my homeboy, he was like, hey man, they say Lex and the white boy got tore up in cell 12, goddamn messing around. I'm like, yeah, bro, dude, caught him red-handed, put him on blast, kicked the white dude out the cell, everything. They was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro, that jump crazy. So now the predator back. This word, now the predator back, predator in the joint. He getting his stuff ready for the shower, so I know he know everybody talking about this. Man. I promise you on everything I love, man. The predator said, man, you motherfucking moving wrong, man. He snapped. He like, nigga, you moving wrong. Yeah, you moving wrong. That's what you doing. You moving wrong. He put his stuff in the shower. Lex standing kind of like by cell 12. He was like, oh, I'm moving wrong, huh? He was like, you moving wrong. Yeah, you bringing all this motherfucking heat. You already know what I got going on. Shit, I don't be in a rush to finesse. God damn it, he went on and just admitted how he get down. He was like, I don't be in a rush to finesse. Nigga, I'm full up. I ain't gotta be in a rush to finesse. I promise you, man, like he was trying to get in the shower. Everybody listening to this argument, I'm just seeing a big predator face on him, man. I just see a big predator face on him. He said, I ain't gotta be in a rush to finesse. What you talking about? You in a damn rush, you getting caught by the CO at school. Stupid ass young boy, man. You fuck, man. You do one more, I'ma kick your dumb ass. Lex was like, man, come on, man. He was like, man, look, I'm trying to school your dumb ass. You ain't listening, man. I said, this is crazy, man. This is why coming to penitentiary is so scary, man, because he has a dude in predator school, y'all. So boom. And this guy's eager to learn. And next time he might be a little bit more careful about when he shake, rattle, and rolling, man. It was all wild, man. But he straightened him in front of everybody, man. And Lex went right back to what he was doing. Man, and everything was normal. You know what I mean? He went back to playing Dungeons and Dragons. He went back to doing what he was doing, and kind of like that incident that happened, it was like the talk for a while, and then it kind of disappeared into the Raptors because like nobody really cared no more that he got caught shake, rattling, and rolling. Like, bro, you in the cell with a dude who's top shake, rattling, and roller, bro. Like, it got to be in your nature somewhere, like, you know what I mean? So like, it wasn't nothing like no more to be thinking too much on like that. So I'll say a little bit more time went on, so I don't know what had happened. But it was another dude, man. It was a black dude that I started seeing the dude Lex talk to now. Sometimes he started playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like he would still play Dungeons and Dragons. And he was one of the ultimate players over there. But he started going outside, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of time going down. The weather's getting better. He started going outside playing Dungeons and Dragons during rec time. So when I used to see him outside, I used to be walking laps. I would see him talking to this black dude. Now, the black dude he's talking to, I thought he was from Norfolk. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The reason why I thought he was from Norfolk is because it was a certain dude. I ain't gonna say his name. It was a dude that was his family member that was up there when we first got up there. But bro got caught with a banger. He was like one of the first niggas that got caught with the banger, and they shipped him off of Sussex too. But I remember him talking to the little young boy, which was probably a little younger than us. But he was from the town. But once time that went on, dudes that told me like, yo, he ain't from Norfolk, bro. He from South Norfolk, which is Chesapeake, which I don't know why they did that, made it South Norfolk and still Norfolk. But South Norfolk, that's Chesapeake though. He's not from Norfolk. Either way, at the end of the day, I didn't have his back. Like, but I thought the dude was from the town. That's my whole point. But that's who Lex is talking to. Like, you will see him, like they'll be at the fence talking to him, talking to each other. It didn't look like nothing crazy. But this is what you would see now. The whole time dude been up there, I ain't never been in a pod with dude, the one he's talking to. Like, you know what I mean? So next thing you know, out of nowhere, I don't know how this had happened. I don't know how they put it together. But like I say, these predators, man, they got all type of sorts of powers. When they want something to happen, when they want somebody to move, man, for some reason, the police gonna make it happen. Out of nowhere, you hear, police coming in the pod, cart coming in the pod. It's the young black dude. I'm like, God damn, he coming in the pod. They put him in cell 2. Now, cell 2 was a white dude that played Dungeons and Dragons. They put him in there. His roommate got transferred, which was another black dude. So he moved in cell 2. So as he came in the pod, everybody like, yo, who's dude? So everybody was like, yo, that's dude everybody thought was from the town that was related to such and such. He like, yeah, all right. So he come in the joint. At first he was acting regular. He spoke to me. When he spoke to me, I scanned him. He didn't even know. He was like, he was pointing from afar, like, cause I know he remember me because bro introduced me years ago. He was like, you know, you spot somebody you know when you come in a new pod. He was like he wanted to say, hey, Weezy. He was like, I was like, maybe in his past. I was like, look down. He was like, you getting close? I was like, hey, in his future, I'm sorry. about to say, bro. He moved down here to mess with Lex. Get maniac ass, y'all. So boom. It got to be in his future, man. I'm like, yo, I had to fix my scanner, man. It got right, man. But it's crazy because he see me, he pushed. He like, you start walking, he was like, Weezy, right? Yeah, deep voice, pause. He was like, Weezy, right? I was like, yeah. What's up, bro? He was like, hey, what's good? He was like, how it is in here? I was like, nah, everything good, bro. You be all right, man. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy going on in this joint. Like everybody move regular. Like, you know what I mean? Regular pod, bro. He was like, that's what's up. I was like, I said, you came over here rock with Lex. He was like, he looked at me like, why you ask me that? I looked at him back like, what do you mean why I asked you that? You talk to him every day on the yard, but I ain't say that though. I'm just like, nah, I be seeing y'all. You know, I thought he was like, oh yeah. You know, we was upstate together. Like, I know him. Kind of like, you know what I mean? He was like, but like, you know, he was like a year older than me though. Like, he like my big bro. For real. I'm like, oh, for real? He like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, all right. I ain't warn him. I ain't throw no salt on Lex and the Predator, man. I let bro find out for himself, game, y'all. So boom. You better know what you're getting yourself into, bro. You're dealing with somebody that's in the cell with somebody that's the top shape rattler and roller, man. Now he's in school. The guy that you came out here to chill with, he's in school to be a predator, man. Like, this is what you coming down here to chill with. So I wanted to warn him, but I didn't because, like, dudes sign up for what they signing up for. Dudes sign up for what they signing up for, and I don't be having nothing to do with that, man. But this is what it is, man. So the whole time, dude is in our pod. You know what I mean? He's rocking with Lex and them. He's eating with them. He's chilling with them. He's messing with the la-la with them. You know what I mean? The predator ain't messing with the la-la. Lex messing with the la-la. So he messing with the la-la with him. Like, he doing everything. He's part of the crew. He's part of the crew, man. They used to go outside, do a little workout. Sometimes he'll take them over to Dungeons and Dragons, get them a taste of that. They'll be walking laps in the pod, man. It was all around besties. They was all around besties, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. So it looked like he had fit right in game with the Predator and Lex. So I say probably like 2 weeks of him being in the pod. Probably about 2 weeks. I don't know what was going on, but it was Lex's birthday. And the reason why I knew it was Lex's birthday is because like a week before, like I can remember he came up to me, like me and him would have a conversation. He was like, hey, T.Y., you gonna eat, you like, hey, Weezy, you gonna eat your oranges? And like, he was like right there. I was like, nah, you can get it, bro. Grab my joints off my tray. He bagged them up. Usually when people doing that, they about to make the wine. So I guess the Predator made the wine, you know what I mean? Which is Predator juice, basically. But it was bro's birthday. So they all in that joint getting lit. It's like him. It's the black dude that be playing Dungeons and Dragons. One of the white dudes that play Dungeons and Dragons. The new dude that just came in, Lex, and the Predator. They all in the cell 12, which is a good cell. They all back that joint getting lit. This is my word. So they all back that joint chilling. So it was about time for lunch. So everybody came out. When they popped the doors, you can see everybody that came out from their cell, but you knew people was partying though, you know what I mean? Even the shake rattler and rollers got a party, y'all. Everybody got a party. But everybody came out the cell like a circus car because they was in there messing with the la-la. So they all came out, they drinking, you know what I mean? They moving around. So lady said, exit out for child, exit for child, exit for child. So we go to child, you know what I mean? So this was one of them days, I don't know, it was something good. I went to child. So as I went in there, ate my food, came my homeboy that's in one building that worked in the kitchen, kicked it with him for a little bit through the tray slot game, and I was back on my way to the building. So when we get back to the building, when we come back in the pod, like, you know, I'm coming in kind of late, but I look, and I can see people kind of looking crazy, you know what I mean? As people looking crazy, the black dude is sitting at the table. He looking crazy in the face. So I guess the dudes from where he's from, even though like they have kind of washed their hands with him, like, you know what I mean? They still kind of felt bad. So they all at the table circling him. It's like three of them, they talking to him, what's up? You know, he's just at the table like, he keep putting his hand on his face. So I walk in, the steps is right there. They had the table right there. So I walk in, I hit the steps. I'm like, I see all of them. I just see the dude from the city like, yo, what's up? Like, what's good? What's good? So I go up the steps. I see my roommate. I'm like, yo, what the hell going on in here? He was like, man, I don't know, man. He was like, bro, he ain't go to child. He was like, dude, they sleep over here, but this cell, I think 29. He was like, he ain't go to child. He was like, yo, the black dude came out, the Predator dude cell crying. I'm like, crying? He was like, yeah, bro. He's like, that's why they talking to them dudes in this city. I was like, what do you think they violated him? He was like, man, I don't know. But he was like, they ain't go to child. So that's what dude said. They must have been doing something when they went to child. I was like, man, they caught some shake rattling and rolling. I'll never indulge, y'all. So boom. It's crazy, man. So I'm just waiting because I know it's about to be some crazy stuff. So I sat right there on the top tier. I grabbed my damn popcorn and I was like this. Something about to happen. I know it. Damn it. Yeah, man. I'm just seeing what's going on. I hit the tail. I'm chilling. I know something about to happen. something about to happen, this word. So dude like, yo, if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, I'm gonna do something about it then. I'm gonna do something about it then. If you ain't gonna do nothing about it, I'm gonna do something about it then. He was like, what Lex at? What Lex at? What Lex at? Hey Lex, let me holler at you right quick. Lex walked out, Lex came to the table, he was like, dude was like, hey look man, you ain't gonna be messing with my homeboy, man. Leave my homeboy alone, man. Straight up, man, ain't that type of party. Lex was like, what you talking about? What you talking about messing with him? Like, this is my friend. What you talking about? Man, he said, man, he told us what you did, man. He told us what you did, man. Man, out of nowhere, the predator come out of nowhere, and it was like, oh, you see, it's a predator, man. She was like, hey, look, you ain't got to explain a motherfucking thing to these niggas. He said, fuck all these niggas, they don't agree about your lifestyle. Fuck that shit. He was like, this little motherfucker right here, he came and out sell the soap. Pause that, y'all. I'm sorry, man, but it's just crazy. This nigga came and out sell the soap. And that's what he did. He get mad, goddammit, when he gotta do it for me. You do it for my roommate, you gotta do it for me. The fuck? We friends, but we married. When I heard him say that, I was like, hey, it's crazy, man. Dude was like, man, you did what? You did what? Dude was just sitting at the table like this. He was like, all you see was the predator just kept saying, yeah, because he wanted to do it. Yeah, it ain't my fault. He wanted to do it. Yeah, he just wanted to do it. That's all he cared. He wanted to do it.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.